Hey everybody, today on Henry's HowTos I'm going to show you how to make Persian rice, also known as berenj or polo. Let's get straight into it. So the first thing we need to do is set a pot of water to boil. I've just filled this pot about halfway. This will make about easy 6 cups of rice. You can do any size you want, obviously use a bigger pot. Now to the water we're going to add about a handful of salt and about 2 tablespoons of oil. Now just let that come to the boil, just put a lid on. So now just in front of me here I've got 6 cups of basmati rice. Ensure you are using a good quality one because it does make a difference. So what we need to do is wash this about 2-3 times and then we're going to leave it soak. So to wash it, just get your rice into a large bowl like that and just fill it with cold water. Doesn't have to be all the way. Now you just want to mix that around, and basically what we're doing is getting rid of all that excess starch. So as you can see the water is gone cloudy. It needs to be clear for this to come out perfect. So pour it out. And then we'll repeat it again. So the less starch we have in it, then the less sticky it's going to be. Persian rice has to be all separate pieces. Okay, so you can see it's a bit clearer now. That's what we want. And be gentle when you're stirring it. You don't want to break the rice. You just want to stir it around. Okay, so that's 3 times now. So what we'll do now is we'll fill this all the way up with water. Now all we need to do with this is just leave it to soak. I usually leave it for about half an hour. And I like to add just a bit of salt to it as well. This will help clean up the starch as well. So just set that aside, and once the pot is boiling we'll come back to it. Okay, so it's been half an hour now and the water's boiling. So we'll go ahead and tip this water out. As you can see the water's gone clearer, so that's a good sign. So place the rice into your pot. You can use the water up and just move that around in there, just so we get all the rice out. And you want to try to stir it continuously so it doesn't stick. Now guys, the trick to boiling the rice is there is no time limit because there's so many variations depending on how hot your stove is, how much water you have, how much rice you have, etc. So it's just like cooking pasta. You don't want to cook it all the way, you want to cook it to about 90%. So I'll let you know what it looks like when we get close to it. Okay guys, as you can see the rice is starting to come to the top. That means we're getting very close. And the best way to test it is just bring it up, grab a little bit and put it in your mouth. If you can chew it, but it's still stuck in your teeth, then it's not quite ready yet, but it's close. But then we don't want it too soft either. So you have to be really careful. But at this point, I'm just going to turn the heat off. There's enough heat in the pot to boil it by itself. And you just got to keep testing it. So right now, I can tell they're almost cooked and they're not raw. So at this point, what we're going to do is take it off the heat and just into a strainer in the sink, just pour it all out. And straight away, you want to pour cold water on it. And just wash the inside of the pot too, get all that rice out. So by using the cold water, we're just stopping the cooking process. Okay, that'll be enough. Just leave that there for a minute. Now we're going to reuse this pot again. So it's always best to use a non-stick pot, just makes it easier. So we're just going to put about 2-3 tablespoons of oil on the bottom. So now just using a spoon or like a small bowl that I'm using, we're going to get our rice and pour it into the pot. Now just pay attention to the way I'm pouring it. You want to try and build a pyramid. You don't want to just throw it in and make it flat. The rice needs room to cook. And make sure you get all the rice out of your strainer. Now, a very important thing to this is, if the rice is above the level of the pot, or if it's very close, then your pot is too small. This isn't going to work properly. It's not going to have any room to breathe, and it's just going to stick together. So the bigger the pot, the better. Now, once you've poured it all in, and it looks like a pyramid, grab a spoon, and we want to just push it all the way down to the bottom. This allows the steam to go all the way through the rice, so it's not just stuck on the bottom or the top. And that's it. Now we're going to put it back onto the stove. Now when you put it back onto the stove, grab yourselves a large tea towel like so. Then put the lid on. And just put the lid back like that. This stops the moisture from getting back into the rice. The tea towel absorbs it. So now we're going to turn the rice to a medium heat. And generally we're going to want to leave this for about 15 minutes, but keep your eye on it. If you see steam starting to escape, that's when we turn the heat low. Then I'll show you what to do. Okay, so it's been about half an hour, so we'll just check the lid. As you can see, there's a fair amount of steam coming out. So what we'll do, we'll add about half a cup of olive oil on top, like that. So lid back on, and we'll come back to it in half an hour, which at that point it will be ready to serve. Guys, so it's been another half an hour. As you can see, our rice is ready. It's beautiful, soft and fluffy, and as you can see, it just separates. So in terms of serving this, the traditional way to do it Persian style is to put a big plate on top and flip the entire pot over. But since I won't be serving this to an entire family right now, we'll just serve it from the pot. Just serve it like that. And you just want to try and build a mountain from it, just to make it look nice. So you can serve this on a really big plate. Now in terms of the yellow rice that we put on top, grab yourself a small bowl like that. Just put a decent amount of rice into there. like so. And we're gonna mix some saffron water in. Basically, this is crushed saffron, a bit of sugar and water. Mix that through your rice, like that. And we just pour that on top like that. Just like so. And that's how we make Persian rice. I hope you like that, guys. Please like and subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, just leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you guys. I'll see you all next time.